Hey guys, today I'm going to share with you one of my favorite recipes for a springtime brunch. It's my blueberry almond tea cake. I love this recipe because it is so light, so delicious, and so easy to put together. It also gives you one more reason to use your fluted tart pan. But if you don't have a tart pan, not to worry, you can make this recipe in a regular cake pan, a springform pan, or even turn them into muffins. Let me show you how to make it. So the first thing we're going to do is spray our tart pan lightly with some baking spray. I do like to go over it with a pastry brush after, just to make sure that all of that baking spray is in all the nooks and crannies. Then you can set that aside. And then in a large bowl, we're going to add 3/4 cup of melted unsalted butter and 1/4 cup of either canola oil or vegetable oil. I do like to mix the two fats because the butter is going to give us great flavor, and then the pure fat in the form of the oil is going to make this cake extra moist. And then you're also going to add a cup of sugar. And you can go ahead and whisk that up until it's nice and combined. And then we are going to add 2 eggs, and you can whisk those up. And then for our almond flavor, we're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of pure almond extract and 1/4 cup of water. So you can combine all that just until it's nice and mixed and set that aside. Then in a smaller bowl, we're going to whisk together our dry ingredients. So you're going to take 1.5 cups of regular all-purpose flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Go ahead and just whisk that up, and then you're going to take your dry ingredients and slowly add it to your wet ingredients. I do like to use a wire whisk for this because I find you don't have to actually mix it as much, because you want to be gentle so that you don't end up with a tough cake. So go ahead and just add it in thirds, combining all the while. And then we're going to add 6 ounces of fresh blueberries. You can go ahead and mix those up with a spatula, just being gentle, making sure that you don't smash your blueberries as you mix them in. And then we are going to transfer this batter into our prepared tart pan, and then just go ahead and smooth it out with the spatula. Then we're going to add 1/4 cup of sliced raw almonds right on the top. And then the final thing I like to do is just take the cake pan, shake it a little bit, and bang it on the counter, just to make sure that all of that batter is actually at the same level. And then we are going to pop it in a 350-degree oven. You'll know that the cake is done when it's nice and golden brown on the top and that a toothpick comes out clean. Then go ahead and allow your cake to cool. This cake is actually best at room temperature, and it's also going to make it easier to get that cake out of the tart pan when it's nice and cool. And then we're going to dust the whole thing with some powdered sugar. And you'll see how beautiful this cake that's so simple to put together turns out to be. It's perfect for a celebratory brunch, either for Easter that's coming up, or for Mother's Day, bridal shower, baby shower, any of those types of springtime occasions, this would be perfect for. And then you can go ahead and serve it with your favorite tea or coffee. It really is such a simple recipe that just impresses a crowd because it looks so fancy and elegant when it really took you hardly any time to put together. And when you cut into this cake, you will see how light and delicate the texture is, and you have those beautiful fresh blueberries mingling with that almond extract. It's such a winning flavor combination. I hope you guys give this one a try and let me know what you think. And I also hope that you subscribe for more quick and easy recipes, and I will see you back here next week for another one. Until then, bye.